My first internet sale was to somebody who was about 3 hours away from our dealership. We had just set up the internet department. We got a lead in. It was the first one we got. Sent an email, responded by phone, and we were able to do the deal entirely without the customer coming in. And that was sort of a precursor of things to come for the internet department. Consumers are looking for a way to buy online. We're conditioned to do it. We use Amazon. We buy almost everything we can online, but the automotive industry still doesn't have the ability to fulfill the sale online. So how close can we get is what consumers are really looking for. How convenient can this process be for me before I go into the dealership? We've seen the number of dealerships visited shrink to 1.4 before they buy a car, which means they're trying to get as much done online and outside of the dealership as they can before they come in. One of the keys to getting further down the road towards that and helping your consumers, your customers, get to the point where it is the most convenient process possible is by making information available to them that otherwise and previously was not available. And we'll start with the payment. Payments are things that have generally been advertised in the newspaper on 1 or 2 cars, but have not been available on the whole inventory of vehicles or the majority of inventory of vehicles, and certainly not on the dealer's website. Now there are tools out there that can provide payments to consumers, to customers that are on the dealership's own website for all of the vehicles. And there are some keys to take a look at to make sure you're giving as good an information as possible to consumers that you can follow through on as a dealer, so there's no disconnect online to in-store. So the tools that you should be looking for should focus on the consumer's credit, so making sure that there is an easy way for the consumer to qualify for payments. It should focus on your criteria, that is, what are the bank programs that you are using right now so that the payments are real payments. They're not estimates that are going to change by $50, $100, $150, or by a year or 2 years of term when the consumer comes in. And finally, the collateral. Is it vehicle specific? It's not helpful just to have a calculator anymore. You're relying on the consumer to know their credit, know the interest rate, know what they're going to pay for the vehicle, know how much they have to put down. You can take all of that away from the consumer and provide them with better information if you're able to give them a tool that focuses on their credit, the collateral, and your criteria to generate real payments so that they can make decisions on what vehicles are affordable. It will help you close more deals, and it'll improve the process dramatically for your online consumers. If you've got shop by payment capabilities, you can imagine that will help them narrow their choices down and improve the conversation between you and your customer.